Good morning.
We are back again. It's me
morning.
and Sam. Sam, how are you doing?
I'm very well. How are you?
Good. Are you
How was
happy
the
to
weekend?
be with me today morning?
Very, very happy as
I'm
always.
happy as well. The weekend is amazing. There were so many great things that took place, especially our Rwanda Day that we're going to dive into.
Of course, that
Exactly.
was the big issue, the big
The
story
big
everywhere
event
in
during the
Rwanda for this weekend.
Exactly. But before we dive into our show, you need to
Okay.
wake up. You need to feel the Monday morning. Look, this guy feels dancing like it is malaria, but
Okay.
step by step, Sam.
Okay, please,
Okay,
please.
can we have the music? I think that's enough for Sam.
Okay.
The way he feels it, you need to go slowly by slowly. And I'm sure
Actually, I'm getting it slowly
You're getting
by
it?
slowly.
Yeah.
Slowly by slowly.
But you were telling me you don't want to dance before we started.
Did I?
Okay, let me keep
Okay.
it. So we have an amazing show for you guys as always.
Don't go anywhere.
Exactly.
Just stay on it, KC2. And of course, before we dive into the whole of it, take a look at our headlines.
Rwanda's strength is built on unity, President Paul Kagame says. President Paul Kagame addressed close to 4,000 Rwandans and friends of the Rwanda living abroad during the 10th edition of Rwanda Day, held on Saturday at the World Conference Center in Bonn, Germany. RNP, Ferwafa partner in promoting road safety. Rwanda National Police and the Federation of Rwanda Football Association have joined the partnership to further influence road users' actions to respect traffic rules and regulations. All set for Bigomba Guhinduka 2nd edition. After a sold-out comedy show dubbed Bigomba Guhinduka by the Daymakers Entertainment comedy outfit, the 2nd edition of the show is scheduled to happen on October 12th at the Kigali Conference and Exhibition Village. Igiraneza in the Philippines for Miss Earth 2019. Paulette Igiraneza is in the Philippines, where she is vying with 84 other contestants from around the world for the title of Miss Earth 2019.
And we are back with the morning call section where we're going to dive into some news affairs that are going around that have been circulating. And of course, the big event that took place during the weekend is the Rwanda Day event. Did you
I
hear
was
about
excited about that.
You saw
I
all the
was
pictures
excited
and the videos?
how people were so excited, how people were so happy.
Exactly. They
full
are celebrating
room,
their country and their achievements and what it has done.
It was so amazing.
Exactly.
For sure.
So moving on to details is how President Paul Kagame addressed over 4,000 Rwandans and friends of the Rwandan living abroad during the 10th edition of the Rwanda Day that was held on Saturday at the World Conference Center in Bonn, Germany. So the president said that Rwanda had made good progress over the few years despite the challenges it faced. This is what he also went on to say in more details. Rwanda is a country building itself from the very bottom, where our already non-existing country was destroyed. We have faced more than enough obstacles. Some were able to overcome, some of them left us with wounds, but we stayed standing. That is what he also wanted to say. Even if we fell, we never stayed down and we always got back up. In the last 25 years, the challenges decreased. It is not the same as it was the last 25 years ago. This is the proof of our transformation and that it is also real. When you look at every aspect of our economy, the transformation of the country, you will find that every year, Rwanda makes progress in every sector of our economy, he said. So he was just standing there. He gave a speech of about an hour or so and was giving more detail on Rwanda's economy and the progress that it has achieved and also how much progress we have made over the past 25 years, because he said that even though we fell, we never stayed down, we always got back up. With the little help that we had, we managed to pull through. And if you took a look at our beautiful country right now after 25 years, you cannot think that 25 years back it was the shattered country that it was. But then he stood up there as a very proud president of his beautiful country, professing about the progress that our country has made.
And of course, as he just gave out his remarks, he just came out on this thing, unity. Rwanda, where we came from, where we're standing now, and of course, where we are yet to be in the coming years is just because of the unity of Rwandans. If Rwandans hadn't decided to unite after, of course, the 1994 genocide, the country, of course, could just stay in ashes and pieces. But just by the fact that Rwandans decided to unite and, you know, put aside, you know,
the differences
you know, and decide to unite in, of course, developing our own country. That's actually the driving force of where Rwanda is standing now. And of course, it is an indicator of where Rwanda will be in the next 2 to 3 or 10 or 20 years.
Yes, and so many people were very excited to be a part of that day, because it's not the fact that you're able to attend, but what pride it brings to you and what the day means essentially to these people out there, to the diasporas that are out there. Being able to celebrate their country in a foreign country brings so much pride and joy. And the fact that they were celebrating it in a country that once colonized Rwanda is all the more joy, because they finally get to show the progress that the country made.
Actually, I just love, if you just saw the trending video on social media, there's this guy, as you know, he had, of course, to interact with Rwandans there.
Yeah.
There's this guy who just asked the president, what if I'm in Kigali and I just want to reach CID? And president just answered, it's okay, you can take a moto and go to CID.
Take a bike. So many trending things took place. Also, the fact that some man decided to ask, was showing gratitude to president and saying how his business is doing well and how the president's sons apparently go to the business and are good clients. And then the president was like, I hope they're not using my money, but they're using theirs. So you understand, it was such a huge good day, and the event actually went successfully, and we can't wait for the next Rwanda Day for next year.
People really enjoyed. I just, some people were saying the number of people were 4,000, but others were saying actually one of RBA journalists were there just told us that it was about 600 people that attended the Rwanda Day. And of course, from that to back to Rwanda National Police, and of course, FEDRAFA has just partnered in promoting road safety in the campaign that is going on, of course, called Jeraya Maholo, or Arrive Safely. So Rwanda National Police, RNP, and the Federation of Rwanda Football Association, FEDRAFA, have joined partnership in to further influence road users' action to respect traffic rules and regulations. So the partnership was launched at day one of the National Football League at Amahoro Stadium during the match between Rayon Sport and Gasogi FC. So the campaign was launched by the Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of administration and personnel, Juvenal Marizamunda, and the President of the National Football Body, retired Brigadier General Jean Damascene Sekamana. So the launch was marked by a road safety message read by the captains of two teams, which emphasized on individual responsibility in abiding by the road safety standards. So, and in this message prior to the match kickoff, Gasogi United FC Vice Captain said road safety is a responsibility of all of us. So these were his words: let us respect traffic rules to prevent accidents. So he added that pedestrians walk on the left side of the road facing incoming traffic. You know, they were actually educating us. So to avoid crossing road using a phone, or with earphones, wear a helmet at all times using a motorcycle or just a bicycle. So it was a lot of message that was given at this match between Rayon Sport and Gasogi United. Of course, all emphasizing road safety. So they just emphasized on one thing: all the road users, you should not strive to arrive very quickly, but strive to arrive safely.
Yeah.
So this was the message given on this match. And of course, all Rwandans, most especially the road users, if you have a car, and of course you are to drive, just prevent drinking. And of course, to these bar and restaurant owners, you have to be having these drivers in case someone is so drunk to the extent he can't drive a car. So of course, just give him a driver to drive him back home, so that we can all have better lives.
Yes, so let us always listen to our Rwanda National Police and the campaigns that they're trying to put forward, because it's always good for the citizens that live in the country.
Actually, the statistics by the World Health Organization indicates that every day one person just dies of road accidents.
Yes,
so it is something that all of us who use the road must actually care about and fight to have road safety. and of course protect our lives.
Yes, so moving on to our next story is how all set for the Bigomba Guhinduka second edition is the trending topic that is going around, and later on we're going to have one of the day makers here who's going to elaborate more on the tour that is going to happen. So after a sold-out comedy show that is dubbed Bigomba Guhinduka by the Daymakers Entertainment comedy outfit, the second edition of the show is scheduled to happen on October 12th at the Kigali Conference and Exhibition Village. So the Bigomba Guhinduka is a Kinyarwanda phrase that translates to "it has got to change," and the show focuses on societal issues that have to be changed, ranging from the dressing to relating with members of the opposite sex to social media. So speaking at different news outlets, one of the organizers, Clampton Chibonke, the frontman of the crew, showcased his excitement towards the strides and that his group is making. He looked back at the struggles the group had to go through and saying that it has come from afar, and they're going to be more grateful after each and every show that they're able to make. So one of the comments he was able to say was that, "I recall the first show I organized, but it never happened because of the struggles we all faced while starting it out. But today I am pleased to have partnered with MTN, the biggest telecom company in Rwanda, to see that this show is going to be even better than the one compared to the first one." So you can see that nothing comes out of the blue skies, and nothing comes out and it immediately reaches to the top. So when something is starting, of course it needs to go through hurdles and bumps and struggles, but of course when you keep persisting and when you keep having the patience and the strive and the diligence, then that means something precious and something solid is going to come out in the end. So like he said, he recalls the first show and how the show didn't actually come to pass, but the shows that are happening right now are gaining more and more people and more support, and today he's partnering with the biggest telecom company in the country, and he's very proud to say that, because that means he has gotten himself somewhere with his team. Yeah.
Actually, everyone is just excited about this coming second edition of Bigomba Guhinduka in Kigali. For the first edition, they had to make tour around the country in Musanze, in Huye. So it was actually, I can say it was a success, and of course it just gives us hope that even this coming edition will just be a success, as I'm sure our guests today will just come on the whole of it.
Yes.
And of course, on our next story is how Igiraneza is in Philippines for Miss Earth 2019. So Paulette Igiraneza Ndekwe is in Philippines, where she is vying with 84 other contestants from around the world for the title of Miss Earth 2019. So the theme of the 19th edition is beauty pageant promoting environmental awareness. So the annual event is the fourth most coveted international beauty contest after Miss International, Miss Universe, and Miss World. So the pageant was formed in 2009 with its first edition held in Poland. So the duties of Miss Supernatural to work for charitable causes, as well as traveling the world to promote tourism, goodwill among all nations, and a healthy image. So the competition is kicked off on October 2nd at the Diamond Hotel in Manila, where the girls spoke about themselves and their plans in line with this year's theme. So this is what Ndekwe said. She said, "I have noticed that some young people in my country are not interested in being environmentalists. So my advocacy is to form clubs in schools with the help of educators, of course, so that the youth can learn how to protect the environment and to know how the environment plays a big role in the health living of humans." So this is what he had to say. So you can just wonder what are the criteria of Miss Supernatural or Miss Earth. So the contestant must be aged between 18 to 25 years, weighing around 55 kilograms. So high school graduates, who are not pregnant, of course, should have never given birth. And other equipments include a minimum height of 165 centimeters. That is 1 meter and 65 centimeters. That is the minimum. The beauty of the face, of course, and proportionate body structure, ongoing friendliness, excellent physical condition, and knowing her country's culture and environment.
Yes, so let us keep supporting our Rwandan people as well. Like we keep on saying, so let us hope she's going to possibly come home with the crown.
I just hope she will make it.
Yes, so that was it for the current morning call news that is circulating, but we'll be right back with more and more. This is still
the Morning Cafe.